Okay, hello all, it's Ngachi Joto. Okay, I'm tired to present myself. So today we are going to talk about orientation of column. Whenever you are doing your architectural drawing, how you have to know that there is a specific way to position your column on your architectural drawing, and you will understand it by listening to this video till the end. If it's your first time to reach on our video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Thank you, and don't forget also to leave your comment to encourage the channel to grow. So okay, let's fall into our topic of today: orientation of column. Okay, this a sample of distribution plan. You have this is applicable exactly on rectangular column. So just this our distribution plan. So how do you position your column? If you have this column, maybe that's let's say 30 centimeter, let's just assume that is 30 by 15 centimeter. Okay, how do you position? Will you just come and draw your column here like this at this junction like this, or will you, for example, instead of drawing it that way, will you, for example, come and draw it this way, like sending the long side this way or sending the short side this way? Because representing it this way, looking like the short the side of the width of your column, right? It has a specific orientation. Will you position it according to the width of your column or according to the length or to the length of your column? That's the main question of this video. So if you have this is the intersection where your column is supposed to stand, a rectangular column. I remind you, it's the case of rectangular column. So how will you come to position a column here? To know how to position, whether you come and position your column this way like this, or you come and position it this way like this, you have to first of all care about the span of your of your beam, if you can call them beam. You first of all have to care about them. That means what? You will come here for this very position. To know how to orientate your rectangular column here, you have to take this span here, which is 2 meter, minus this span here, right? No, not minus. You will just have to like take this one minus this one, and then you compare to this other length. Okay, so exactly, you take the 2 minus 1, it will give you 1 meter, and then compare to this other span, which is also 1 meter, as we have written there. It was the choice for our video. So you will see that this one is 1 meter. This the subtraction of this span and this span give you 1 meter, and this one compared to this one is equal. So here you can decide to position your rectangular column as it please you. For this very case, either you place it this way like this, or you can place it looking downward like this, depending on you, because this length is the same as the subsection, the difference of these two span. Now what happen if you reach in this situation here at this angle? Now if you are to position your rectangular column here, you know that you will see that this span here is 2 meter, wherever this one is 1 meter. So you have to orientate your column in such a way that the long side or the length of your column point towards the side having the longest span, to make sure that the column will be strong enough to carry the load sent by this long span. So now here you will not come and orientate your column like your rectangle column looking downward like this. No, you will not come and orientate it. You will orientate here like this, not like this one, like looking downward here, because this is the long span actually. So you compare this span to this span, and you see that this one is short, is 1 meter, this one is 2 meter. So you send the long side, the long side of your column looking that way, the long span of the section. Now if you have at this if you reach in this case of 4 intersection, right? You have 2 meter, you have 1 meter, you have 2 meter, you have 1 meter. The chance here is that the subtraction, the difference, because you will have to take the span along the y-axis, you subtract them, and you take the span along the x-axis and then you subtract them. That means what? You will take 2 meter minus 1 meter, it will give you still 1 meter. You will take this 2 meter along the y-axis minus this 1 meter along the y-axis, it will still give you 1 meter. So here you will not care about the orientation of your column. You can position it as you want, has it suit you in this kind of situation. But whenever you have a situation where there is a long span and there is a short span, always remember you have to orientate the long side of your column following the long span. Like this what I call the long span of my column. So you orientate it looking, following the long span of your beam. For example, like in this case where this 2 meter was long, is longer than this 1 meter. That's why we orientate our column looking but to this very direction. I hope you understand the concept. It can be explained here. If you take this ruler, actually you try to bend it, knowing that the beam are the one transferring the load. If you try to bend this ruler like this, applying a load here at the top, you see that it can easily bend here in this kind of context. But if now you take it this way, you take it this way, now you try to bend it, applying this very force. Now I'm trying to bend it such a way that you can bend it, form and knot on this very face, this slim face of your ruler. Is actually very difficult. That's the same principle actually for the rectangular column. Knowing that you orientate it here, looking at this slim face to carry the load on the long span, it add more strength to the column. So, and you know that in the repartition of load, the load in this, for example, in this room actually will be shared according to the short span. That means what? That this the beam that will be carrying the load, and if the load are being sent this way like this, it means this beam actually carry more load than this beam. That's why you have to orientate your rectangular column following this direction. I hope you have learned something in this new video. I hope this video will help you to have a better understanding of how to orientate your column whenever you are making your architectural drawing. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.